Naturally Glam fam, it's your girl Jonna, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about some tips on how you can build your business, build your brand, build your blog, and keep your job if that's what you want to do. So if you guys have not been following me on Periscope, definitely download the Periscope app. It's available for Android and iPhone devices, and follow me at Naturally Glam TV. This is where this content is generated initially, and then I'm coming here to YouTube to also share the content. But if you want to see it live and live in color and ask your questions right there live, then definitely check out the Periscope app and make sure you follow me there. I get asked this question a lot: how do I maintain my full-time job and build a successful brand? And for some people, they may not want to do that. Their goal is to eventually ditch the day job and run their business or their brand full time. And while that may be ideal for a lot of people, for many of us, number one, it's not ideal, and number two, some people are actually passionate about their job as well as their brand, as well as their business, and they would like to do both to get that fulfillment. They only want to do their business, especially blogging, they really only want to do it part-time or as a hobby, and they still want to maintain whatever their career or job is because they're passionate about that as well. So what I want to do is give you 6 tips on how you can still keep your day job while you're building a brand, if that's what you want to do. Again, if that's not what you want to do, I definitely encourage you to start working on an exit strategy. Start working on how are you going to build the brand so that you can leave the job and focus 100% on your brand if that's your passion. So tip number 1 is to give an honest day's work at your job. The reason why you want to do this is, number 1, really, it's the right thing to do. I mean, you are on their time clock. They are paying you dollars in exchange for your time and your services. So you want to give your job a legitimate day's work. Another reason is that you want to keep your supervisor, your boss, whoever it is that you report to, off of your back, so that when you need maybe time off, maybe you want to change your work schedule, your work hours to better accommodate you with your business building on the side, then hopefully you won't get as much flack, or they won't give you such a hard time because they know that you do excellent work. They know that you give them 100%. And so they may be a little more flexible with you as far as your hours, your schedule, and even being able to take days off. Also, depending on what your brand is, you may actually need some of your work references for your business. And so you want to make sure that while you're at work, you're doing a great job, because if for some reason you need some of those references, you want them to be positive. My second tip is to not discuss your business or brand while you're at the job, unless you absolutely have to. We all know that at our jobs, we have moles, we have haters, people that are going to try to derail you, people that are going to talk about you behind your back. And while they may seem like they're so supportive, you never know. They may try to use that as a one-up. So you kind of don't really want to discuss it. And besides, like I said, you're at work, and discussing your private business, your personal business during work hours is just really not appropriate unless you have to. Sometimes people who you work with may actually stumble upon your blog. So you don't have to be rude about it, but keep the discussion to a minimum. Time can really be a huge constraint when it comes to trying to work full-time as well as building a brand on the side. So what I suggest is tip number 3, and that is to do a time budget. Basically, take a week, a normal week, don't change anything, do what you would normally do, and account for every single hour and what time was spent where. Then what you can do at the end of the week is evaluate that time and see if there's any time that could be devoted to your business, that maybe you're devoted to maybe watching television, doing chores. Take better advantage of the time that you have. You may also want to consider the 1 hour challenge, which if you never heard of that before, you basically wake up an hour earlier or you stay up an hour late to kind of use that hour to get some things done with your business. A lot of people have found success in doing that, and some people actually make that their regular routine. Tip number 4 is to look for training and look for opportunities to volunteer at the job that you have that can help you with your business. A lot of jobs will offer training sessions, or they may be looking for volunteers to work on different projects where it may not necessarily, they may not pay you more for that. Why not take advantage of the experience and possible connections that you could make if you take advantage of the opportunity at your job? I've taken different social media classes. I've taken some graphic design courses and workshops. I've been on event planning committees through my company. It's given me a lot of useful information as well as some contacts that I've been able to use for my personal business. Number 5 is decide if a promotion is really what you want and if it's really worth it. A lot of times we want to build our business, but at the same time our career may be taken off and we may be presented with opportunities for promotion. And it can be tempting because you're thinking, oh, this is definite money. You know, if I take this promotion, I'll definitely be making maybe another $10,000 a year. But hey, you could also build your business to a $10,000 a year business to start with, and then you could continue that. So knowing that typically promotions come with more responsibility, which could also mean more time, then that is a trade-off, because that is time that you could be investing in your own business. Tip number 6 is to just get help when you need it. A lot of times we don't want to ask for help. We think people are going to say no. We think people aren't going to support us. And so we don't ask for the help that we need. Ask for help from your family and friends, either with the business itself, or ask those people to help with other things that you discover in your time budget that are taking a lot of time. I know a lot of mothers who have kids who are totally capable of doing certain chores, maybe not to the ability that the mom is able to do, but if it can get done and that's time that you could be spending on your business, then hey, if the towels aren't folded the exact perfect way, it's okay. Let the spouse help you with that. He may cook the same spaghetti dinner every time and you may not like the way he cooks it, but you know what, sometimes you have to let go of the things that aren't that important and really focus on what's important, which for you is building your business. Maybe you're alone and you just need someone to help you with some of the tasks. Then don't be afraid to ask. If you're a blogger, maybe ask another blogger if maybe you guys can help each other out with the task. If you have a business and you have somebody that has a similar business, maybe you can ask that person, hey, let's partner up one day and let's crunch some things out. If you don't have anybody in your personal life, definitely look for communities online that you can use to help you support that, and don't be afraid to invest a little bit in some of that help. Not all help is going to be free. Sometimes you're going to have to spend a little coin to get some help so that you have more time on your hands to do other things that you are crucial to and you have to do yourself. So let's go over the 6 tips one more time. Tip number 1 is to give your job an honest day's work. Tip number 2, don't discuss your brand or business while you're on the job. Tip number 3 is to do a time budget. Tip 4 is to look for training and other volunteer opportunities at your current job that could assist you with your business or brand. Number 5, decide if a promotion is really worth it. And 6, get help if you need it. So I hope that these 6 tips for how to keep your job and build your business, if that's what you want to do, really helps you guys out. If you have more questions, comments, please leave them below in the description box. And if you have someone that you think will really benefit from these tips, be sure to share this video. And also check me out on Periscope at Naturally Glam TV. I will be sharing tips like these on Periscope live for you to ask your questions, so don't forget to check it out. Download the app and then follow your girl. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.